What is up? What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Mopar. Whoa! 64 Savoy. It's almost ready. Let's go. Alright, so quick disclaimer. Throughout this whole process, I have taken video and I have compiled it. And I have edited it. And I have hated it. None of it turned out anywhere near as good as what I thought. So, I'm just going to make a very short video, show you the progress, and real quick, let you know where we're going from here. For those of y'all that don't know, this here is my dad's 1964 Plymouth Savoy. He built this car in the 80s as a drag car. He sold it in 89, bought the Duster that I have, that is on the channel, the turbo big block car, and just got this back about 5 years ago. From that point, it has been, rebuilt, basically 4-link, new floors, everything put in. It has a 470 cubic inch stroker, Edelbrock heads, 727, Dana 60, all the good stuff, right? Everything you expect from a Mopar. We, for the last 4 or 5 months, have been spending so much time in here sanding away and doing body work. And I am proud to say that this car is now at the point to where in the next couple of days, it's getting its final primer. So when you get to this point, right, we've done all the major, blocking and making sure everything's straight, fixing any dings, any of that stuff. We have done all of that. What happens now is we're going to spray 2 coats of primer. We're going to block it. We're going to wet sand it. And if we don't see anything through that primer, then we're going to paint it. It is that simple. This replacement piece right here, I forget where he said he got it from, but absolute garbage. It didn't fit anywhere. We had to remake this line right here where this window trim sits in. It was horrible. But the car is now good. We have all the holes filled in. The fenders have new lowers on them, and that's mudded in and smoothed in real nice. I had to fix this corner right here where it was broken off, chipped off, and the scoop. It has a max wedge scoop, almost the same thing that is on the Satellite. So this is what it looks like on the car. Now this one has exposed bolts through it. That one does not. It actually has studs that sit down through the hood. But I believe it's a max wedge scoop. But yeah, the car is ready for primer. We actually just wrapped up for tonight. I went in and I started editing the video, and I was like, I'm not happy with it. So here we are again. The next steps, obviously you see in every single video, the shop, huge mess. Okay, so tomorrow, the Satellite's going to come off the trailer, take off the rear wheels. Those new ET Street R's are going on the Satellite, because we're racing this weekend at Jackson Dragway. He will be running Nostalgia Superstock. We're doubling the car. I'm running it in foot brake. It's going to be a good time. We're going to beat the poop out of her. Also tomorrow, after we get the wheels and stuff off, we're going to bring this car out, turn it around, but then we got to go through and clean everything. Everything in here that is not necessarily have to stay in here is going to have to go. Like, that's the carpet for the car, obviously the tires. That's, sandpaper. That whole box is just sandpaper. Everything over there is for the Duster to go in, and we got like the transits going in the truck. There's a Power Glide, there's a LS. It's a mess in here. So we're going to have to go in here, clean everything up, and then get the car back in there, front end that way towards the wall, because it's not very deep, and the car is super long. And then we got to tape it up and hit it with the primer. Now, like I said, 2 coats of primer, we'll block it down, check, make sure there's no marks anywhere. And it is as perfect can get. Once that happens, we're going to spray the car white. Now this car is going to have a really cool paint scheme, the same paint scheme it actually had back in the 80s. It's white, blue, and red, white, and blue, mostly white, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of red. The issue with that is it's all single stage. So if you don't know, there's two different kinds of paints. There's single stage, where you don't have to put clear on top of it. The clear is basically mixed in with the paint, and it's shiny as soon as you put it out the gun. All of this single stage, so we're going to have to paint the car white, let it dry for a couple of days, maybe a couple weeks. Then we can paint the next color. Same thing, and then we can paint the next color. Whereas if it was base clear, we could spray the white, wait 2 hours, tape it off, spray the blue, wait 2 hours, and then spray the red. We don't have that luxury. But as many of you know, if you're a returning viewer, this car has been over here for like 7 months. Basically, as soon as we took the Duster to the chassis shop, this car has been sitting over here, getting worked on when we can. Obviously I got to go to work and stuff like that. When I get home, we typically bust out about 2 to 3 hours on it, 2 or 3 days a week. And now we're at this point. So the goal for this car is to have it at the Hot Rod Reunion, Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's like the June 11th weekend. We're going to take both cars. We're going to take the Satellite. We're going to take the 64. And, we're going to run Nostalgia Super Stock. That's the plan. So before that, we have to get it painted, get all the interior in it, get the glass in it, wire up headlights, taillights, all that good stuff. We're hoping Sunday is right now, tentatively, when we're planning on hitting the primer. That means paint on it maybe Thursday, Friday next week. So I like it. I like it a lot. Then, headliner and all this stuff. Put the carpet in it, put the seats back in it. And then we're going to be out testing it. I think once we got paint on it, it's going to flow really, really quickly because we're going to be motivated. I'm ready to get this thing out. Start prepping the garage for the Mad Duster Thrash, because when that thing comes back, I'm gonna do the same thing. I found that if I don't have a deadline, I'll kind of procrastinate on it a little bit, but if I give myself a deadline, that's when it gets done. So I want to give you an update. The car, all major body work is complete. There should be no more feather light in it. The only other kind of filler that should go in it is glaze and putty. Just fixing little nicks and knacks here and there. And then we're throwing it together, baby. So that's the update. Sorry the video wasn't better. I wasn't happy putting it out, but you'll see. And that's it. So thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.